Oh my god, I can't believe you actually clicked on this video. Are you really looking for a $1 letter of support? How important is a letter of support? How much is it really worth? Either way, we're going to explain to you why you should not be chasing waterfalls by looking for cheap letters of support. That's the subject matter of our short video today. Quick introduction if you don't already know me. I'm Reza from Ingwe Canada, licensed immigration practitioner. And our office here in Canada helps businesses and professionals move across borders. And is this what I do for a living? Well, I'm not an actual full-time YouTuber, but I work hands-on with our licensed team, working on actual applications and communicating with the immigration departments both inside the country and outside, representing our clients on a daily basis, or some of our B2B partners' clients. And if you're thinking about immigrating, we're here to help. Get a free email assessment with us by filling out the form down below. And of course, if you're an active immigration practitioner, we'd be happy to assist you with outsourcing your back office operations. The letter of support is a key eligibility criteria to apply for your Canadian direct permanent residency under the Startup Visa program. We all know that, or at least we should. We're going to cover these three topics today. In what scenario is the letter of support important? In what scenario is it not important? The letter of support is a component of the big picture for your Startup Visa PR application. Just obtaining or paying for a letter of support will not guarantee you an approval by the Canadian government for your permanent residency. This is a fact, not fiction. If the designated organization, such as an incubator, supports you by issuing the letter of support, it will have no bearing on the final decision by the IRCC SUV processing team on whether you're approved or not. Therefore, we can comfortably claim that the letter of support without any financial investor or backing by the designated organization is only an eligibility criteria similar to an IELTS language exam, a police clearance certificate, or even just a business plan. If you have an IELTS or police clearance certificate or minimum settlement funds, will the IRCC approve you automatically or by default for a Canadian PR under the Startup Visa program? The answer is no. Therefore, we can conclude comfortably that the letter of support will get you into the program, but not necessarily help you successfully get out of the program with a Canadian permanent residency. This is why you should not be chasing letters of support on its own. You need to be checking the reputation of the designated organization within the immigration world and seeing if they're issuing high volumes of letter of support, what the IRCC thinks about the quality of those startups that this designated organization is supporting, and so forth. You need to be doing your research. Who issues your letter of support is more important than the actual letter of support. Wow, that's amazing. Newsflash to everyone in the Startup Visa world. It's like paying to get an educational degree. You can buy it from Trump University, but how much credibility and weight will that degree carry for your future career? Point number 2, what part of the letter of support is important for your successful Canadian Startup Visa PR application? Well, a key part of the letter of support includes a detailed description by the designated organization on what your startup is about and why they endorsed you, as well as the urgent requirement of the co-founders to come to Canada with a work permit before their PRs are approved. Many parts of the letter of support are not available to you in most cases, as it's part of the commitment certificate that is sent by the designated organization directly to IRCC when they've endorsed you. And you'll only probably see 2 pages of this entire document, which is titled Letter of Support, where you can read about the reasoning the entity has provided to IRCC on why you need to apply for your work permit. How and what the designated organization writes on the letter of support and commitment certificate is quite important for your application. Many startup visa applicants request their designated organizations to reissue letters of support later on for the IRCC purposes. This request can stem from either wanting to apply for a work permit after the letter of support has expired, or there has been a structural change to the co-founders and needs to be reissued, or IRCC has requested a new valid commitment certificate to prove that they are still supporting and endorsing your startup business. In the latter 2 scenarios, there needs to be a detailed and updated explanation on the newly issued commitment certificate by the designated organization to explain about the changes or updates to your startup business. What you do not want is to reissue the same letter of support by the designated organization that was originally issued 1 or 2 years ago with just a new validity date with no changes or updates mentioned on it when sending it to the IRCC. IRCC will scrutinize this commitment certificate, which is being reissued, of which you only hold 2 pages of, called the letter of support. And if there are any discrepancies or missing updates, they will use it against you in your PR application by stating that the designated organization did not complete its due diligence properly, because the information they included in this new commitment certificate is outdated compared to the progress or activities or group structure that is now reflected in the application package by the Startup Visa co-founders. Remember, we're always posting about these key details for Canada's Startup Visa program and other business and investor immigration programs. And if that's what you're interested in, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel for more deep dive videos. Last but not least, number 3, what you should be investing in rather than the letter of support in order to increase your chances of PR approval by the IRCC. Instead of just paying for a letter of support and a PR immigration application, you should be investing in the following: an actual startup business with product or solution that can be commercialized, clear business development and pilot project investments in Canada, investing in starting operations and hiring Canadians inside the country. Hint, IRCC loves it when you hire Canadian staff and can show real traction for your business. What you should not be just paying for is a letter of support with no real plan afterwards. I'm going to list in order of priority of value what you should be paying for and focusing on for your startup visa application. A, this is the most valuable, and this is where most of your money should be going for. Investing in developing the business itself. Anyone or organization that can help with this aspect should be your priority. Number 2, the immigration and business advising and support you receive. You need clear guidance from either immigration and or business consultants on what to do after the letter of support and prepare you for the IRCC questions. Your designated organization cannot do that, and they are not experts in the immigration field. And I have to say this, but they are biased sometimes. Number 3, paying for market research and business plans. And then number 4 is a designated organization's cohort or accelerator program that you've been admitted to. 90% of these programs are of little value and overpriced in terms of the IRCC. IRCC does not consider them as serious traction for your business or even as an investment in your business, and it will not help you prove your true intentions of setting up and operating your business from inside Canada. This is the truth and evident based on IRCC's decisions on recent startup visa cases. No matter what price you pay for these accelerators or cohort programs with your incubator or designated organization, to IRCC, it's worthless in my professional opinion. And then the last on your list should be the letter of support. This is probably the last part of your investment and least important. The only time this is an exception is if the designated organization actually commits and invests money in your startup before you become a PR, in which case their letter of support is worth more than anything. Another scenario for a high-value letter of support is a designated organization takes equity in your startup and does not charge you a dime for admission into their accelerator or cohort program. At the end of the day, in either one of these 2 cases, if you don't have real progress for your startup, you could be a sitting duck for IRCC. You should not be paying more than $25,000 to join a cohort and accelerator program for an incubator. There are incubators who charge $0, $8,000 to $90,000 and everything in between. Be careful who you pick. Consider potentially higher fees for designated angel investors and venture capital entities as well. Do you still want a $1 letter of support, or do you want IRCC to approve you for your PR application? This is the $1 million question, which you need to plan for and answer with your co-founders. If you're thinking about immigrating, whether permanently or temporarily, you're at the right place. I can guarantee only one point. You'll know what to expect, the entire process clearly laid out for you, on all the risks identified, including costs. Our team speaks over 9 languages, and we help applicants from over 50 different countries with their immigration applications. Click the link below this video and get a free email assessment for eligible applicants. If you're ready to apply, like a one-on-one session with me or any of my licensed immigration team members, you can also book a session directly using the consultation link down below in the description of this video. And if you want to take our immigration knowledge for a test drive before you book a one-on-one consultation with me or any of my team members, you can tune in on our YouTube channel every Thursday at 11 a.m. North American Eastern Standard Time for a live stream where we answer all of your immigration questions for free on the spot. See you next Thursday.